Right, Beech Class. This week, as one of your writing activities, I've asked you to mark and give yourself some feedback and then redraft one of the letters that you created last week. I know this is quite a difficult task, so this is one that perhaps is best done with the help of a parent. I thought I'd create this video to give some tips and advice on about how this could be done. Okay, the starting point should be our success criteria. This success criteria lists all the things that you should have included in your letter to make it really successful. What I'm going to do is I'm going to systematically, that means step by step, work through the success criteria and mark my work. Okay, the first piece of success criteria, I can include the address of the sender. Let's have a look at my letter. Gallant House, the Enchanted Valley, Firelands Kingdom. Yeah, that's Sir Jack's address. He's the person who sent it. So I am going to highlight that in pink. Remember, pink, oh, that's purple. Let me find some pink. Remember, pink shows areas that you've been successful. So this area is something that I've done pretty successful. So I'm going to highlight in pink. Okay, next step on the success criteria. I could include the date that the letter was written. Well, I'm pretending this letter was written a long time in the past. I've said that this letter was written on the 13th of March, 1173. So again, that's another area of success. Okay. Oh, I know what I could do. As I go along and I've had success, I can highlight off my success criteria as well. Those first two bits being successful. Okay, next one. I can include the name of the person that letter is for. Let's have a look. Dear Unicorn Prince. Aha, yeah, I included who the letter's for. So that area, again, was successful. Let's have a look at the next one. I can write a short introduction to explain who is writing and why they are writing. Dear Unicorn Prince, firstly I thought, oh no, Mr. McKinnon, you silly sausage. It looks like here you should put an introduction in. That's definitely a green area for growth. If I was to redraft this letter, I'll be definitely thinking about adding an extra paragraph in there to explain who is writing and why they're writing. So that area, rather than highlighting in pink, I'm going to highlight that one in green. That shows that's still something I have to work on. Okay, next one. I can write 3 paragraphs which explain a different reason that I am thankful. Okay, let's go and have a look. Firstly, I thought that hang on a minute. Now, the thing is, even as we're marking, if we notice any errors in spelling or punctuation, we can address those as we go. That is not the correct way to spell thought. So I'm going to highlight that in green. Firstly, I thought that the way you welcomed me into your palace was extremely generous. Hang on a minute. There seems to be a mistake with some of the punctuation. Let me read it again. Firstly, I thought that the way you welcomed me into your palace was extremely generous. There should have been a full stop. That should have been the end of the sentence. So I used a circle to identify that there's actually a bit of punctuation that needs to be improved there. Some princes that I have met in the past have not been very welcoming, but you made me feeling at home. Again, something wrong there with my grammar. You made me feeling at home straight away. That needs to be improved. You made me feel at home straight away. You and all the unicorns in your kingdom were so kind and generous. That's the wrong. So I need to improve that when I come back to it. Kind and generous. Secondly, I would like to say thank you for giving me enough ingredient 2 to turn the dragon good. For most creatures, again, Mr. McKinnon, that looks like it should have been the end of a sentence there. That's a punctuation error. For most creatures, just a small amount would have done the job, but not the mighty dragon. Without your help, the dragon would have eaten me up for sure. Let me just check that success criteria again. I can write 3 paragraphs which explain a different reason I'm thankful. I've done quite well, but I only achieved 2 paragraphs. So again, if I wanted to make it even better, I could add an additional paragraph in there to give a 3rd reason why Sir Jack was grateful for the unicorn prince. So again, that's another area which I could make even better. Not perfect yet. Okay, let's look at the next bit of success criteria. I can start each of my 3 paragraphs with a topic sentence explaining what the rest of the paragraph is about. Let's have a look at the first sentence. Firstly, I thought that the way you welcomed me into your palace was extremely generous. So that whole paragraph is all about him being generous. So that first one there, that first sentence, we could describe as a topic sentence. And highlight it in pink. It's because it shows what the whole rest of the paragraph is about. Secondly, I would like to say thank you for giving me enough ingredient 2 to turn the dragon good. Okay? Then the rest of that paragraph is all about that same thing. So I've described that as a topic sentence. Yeah, each of my paragraphs is introduced with a topic sentence, so I'm pretty happy that I can highlight that off pink. Great. Let's have a look at the next one. I can include a short conclusion which sums up what I have written. Let's have a look. Oh, I'm not sure. I've got my first reason, my second reason, and then I skip straight to here. So again, that's another thing I think could be made even better. After my 3rd reason, I could put a little extra paragraph in, which sums up everything I've written about. I reckon that one is another area for improvement. Excellent. Finally, I can say who the letter is from and sign off politely. Let's have a look. Yours sincerely, that means that everything you've written about you mean and are truthful and honest. Sir Jack. Well, that's perfect, apart from I have just noticed that as a name, Sir and Jack should really start with capital letters. So a little bit of punctuation improvement, but the sign-off, yours sincerely, Sir Jack, that's fine, that's perfect. It says who wrote it, and it signs off politely. So I can highlight that in pink. Right, let me just highlight those. Oh, it's one a bit wonky. Straighten out. Okay, so there I've done. I've marked my work. Okay, I've marked off the success criteria which I'm confident I've succeeded in, and I've also identified the areas that need improving. Okay, once you've done this, the final step in this process is then to go and redraft your work. Okay, the most simple areas are these punctuation and spelling areas. They can be redrafted quite simply. But up here, I've got a big arrow saying, actually, I need to put a little introduction paragraph in here. And here, I've got an arrow saying another number 3 reason to be thankful, and also a conclusion paragraph. Okay? So your final step, once you've marked it, highlighted the work, highlighted your success criteria, the final step is to have a go at redrafting your writing and make it even better than it was before. Okay? Good luck with this process. If you do manage to type up any of this work, feel free to email it to our new class account. I'd love to have a read of it. Okay, good luck.